Good morning, children. How are you all? Hope you all are fine and safe at your homes and you all are taking a good care of yourself. So, children, let us start today's mathematics class of grade 10th, subject mathematics. Children, in today's class, I am going to discuss the solutions of revision assignment of chapter number 5, Arithmetic Progression, part 1. In part 1, children, I am going to discuss the solutions of question 1 to 8 of revision assignment. Okay, children? So here is question number 1. Which of the following form an AP? Justify your answer. Root 3, root 12, root 27, root 48 and so on. Children, please check whether you have also done the solution like this. First of all, root 12 can be written as 4 into 3 whole under root. So that can be written 2 root 3. 27 can be written 9 into 3. So 9 is a perfect square. So it can be written as 3 root 3. 48 can be written as 16 into 3 whole under root. That is 4 root 3. So children, I have to tell whether root 3, 2 root 3, 3 root 3 or 4 root 3 and so on is going to form an AP or not. So this is very simple. The very first term is A1. Second term which is A2 actually. So A2 minus A1 I am going to calculate. That is 2 root 3 minus root 3 is equal to root 3. Similarly I am calculating A3 minus A2. Means the difference between third and second term. So again I have got root 3. As the common difference is same, so we can say that the given series is forming an AP. Understood? Now children, our next question is, if the nth term of AP is given, that is an is equal to 5 minus 11n, then we will have to find out the common difference. So children, you know very well that common difference is nothing but the difference between the succeeding and the preceding term of the given AP. So from this an, I am going to calculate first two terms of AP. So first of all, at place of n, I am going to insert the value 1. Then at place of n, I am going to insert the value 2. So as I inserted value 1, I have got minus 6. And after inserting n is equal to 2, I have got minus 17. Fine. Now you know that the common difference is nothing but the difference between the succeeding and the preceding term of AP. So it will be A2 minus A1. That is minus 17 minus of minus 6. Because 1 is minus 6 here and 1 this minus sign is there in the formula. So the answer will be minus 17 plus 6, that is minus 11. So minus 11 will be the common difference. Got it? Now children, here is the third question. First term of AP is given, common difference is given. You will have to just calculate the 16th term of AP. So here is solution number 3. I know first term is A is equal to 4. Common difference is D is equal to minus 2. Children, you know that A16 can be written like A plus 15D. So just substitute the value of A and D over here and get the result. The answer will be minus 26. Now in question number 4, we have to tell how many terms are there in the given series of the numbers, that is AP 7, 10, 13 and so on up to 139. So children, through this series you can easily judge that A is 7, D will be 10 minus 7, that is 3, and of course the nth term of this AP will be AN is equal to 139. So here is the solution. Find from this series, I have told you what is A, what is D. As children, we have to tell that how many terms are there. So whenever you have to calculate either D or A, or you will be having the nth term given, always apply this formula. That is nth term of AP is equal to AN is equal to A plus N minus 1 into D. A you know, D you know. You have to just calculate N. So how to solve it? First of all, you have to take 7 on left hand side. It would become 139 minus 7, that is 132. Here n minus 1 and 3 both are multiplying. When 3 comes on left hand side, it will be divided. So n minus 1 is equal to 44. It means n is equal to 45. So the number of terms which are given in this AP, they are 45. Now let us switch to question number 5. We will have to generate an AP if 8th term is 31 and 15th term is 16 more than the 11th term. So can we write like this? So children, as 15th term, that is A15 is equal to 16 more than A11. This is the expression made using this statement. Okay, so let us have a look on its solution. This is solution number 5. Let the first term of AP will be A and D be the common difference. A8 is given, that is 31. So can it be written A plus 7D is equal to 31? Of course. And 15th term is 16 more than the 11th term. So it would become A plus 14D is equal to 16 plus A plus 10D. So from here children, I have calculated D. Substitute the value of D in equation number 1 and get the value of A. Please check this solution. As we have to form an AP, so AP generalized form you know, that is A plus D, A plus 2D, A plus 3D and so on. So after substituting the value of A and D over here, the series is 3, 7, 11, 15, 19 and of course so on. Now children, this is question number 6. Find the number of the natural numbers between 101 and 999 which are divisible by both 2 as well as 5. So children, we have to look for that series in which the numbers are lying between 101 and 999 and they must be divisible by 10. Got it? Because that number will be divisible by 2 as well as by 5 both if we are looking for a number which is divisible by 10. So children, here the APB formed natural numbers between 101 and 999 which is divisible by 2 and 5, that is by 10, are 110, 120, 130 and so on up to 990. Correct? So from here you can calculate what is A. Of course, A will be 110. D will be succeeding minus preceding term, that is 120 minus 110 will be equal to 10. And 990 will be the last term, that is nth term of this AP. So children, as I have to calculate the number of natural numbers, so definitely the nth term must be placed equal to 990. So an is A plus n minus 1 into D. An is 990. A you know, that is 110 and the common difference is 10. So first of all, this 110 will go on left hand side. 990 minus 110 will become 880. Then 880 will be divisible by 10, that is 88. Must be equal to n minus 1. So n will be 88 plus 1, that is 89. So how many natural numbers will be there? Between 101 and 999 which are divisible by 2 as well as 5, that is by 10. So there will be total 89 natural numbers. Got it? Now children, I am going to switch to question number 7 of revision assignment. The sum of first n terms of an AP is 3n square plus 6n. So how to write it? Definitely Sn is equal to 3n square plus 6n is given to me. And I will have to calculate the nth term of an AP, that is I have to calculate an. Children, do you remember what I told you? When we have been given the sum of first n terms of AP and we will have to calculate the nth term of AP, then we will have to just subtract the sum of first n minus 1 terms of AP from sum of first n terms of AP. Okay, so let us have a look on the solution so that you can better understand. So children, as sum of first n terms of AP is given, that is 3n square plus 6n. as I have to calculate the nth term. So what I told you, that I have to subtract the sum of first n minus 1 terms of AP from sum of n terms of AP. Because if I am going to take 1 to n terms and I am going to remove 1 to n minus 1 term sum from those terms, so definitely the last term will be left pending. That will be nth term of AP, that is an. Okay, so I have to calculate Sn minus 1 for that. So what is to be done, children? Wherever I am finding n in Sn, just replace it by n minus 1. It would become 3 into n minus 1 whole square plus 6 into n minus 1. This is a minus b whole square. It would become n square plus 1 minus 2n inside the bracket. Take 6 inside the bracket, so it will become plus 6n minus 6. Now 3 will be multiplied by each and every term written in the bracket. Correct? So after simplifying, I have got 3n square minus 3. This is sum of first n minus 1 term of AP. Correct? That will be subtracted from sum of first n terms of AP to calculate the last term of AP. Got it? So I have written 3n square plus 6n minus 3n square minus 3. Minus will go inside the bracket. Sign will be changed. This 3n square will be cancelled with 3n square. 6n plus 3 is the nth term of AP. Got it? Now children, this is the last question of revision assignment of chapter number 5, arithmetic progression, part 1. If the 7th term of an AP is 1 by 9 and its 9th term is 1 by 7, find the 63rd term. So you know that A7 is equal to 1 by 9 given. A7 can be written like A plus 6D is equal to 1 by 9. So let it consider as equation number 1. A9 is equal to 1 by 7. So that will be equal to A plus 8D is equal to 1 by 7. So this will become equation number 2. Children, as I have to calculate the value of 63rd term, so definitely it will be A plus 62D. Correct? So I want A as well as I want D. And here you can see that I have got a pair of linear equation in two variable, that is A and D. Correct? So I am going to subtract equation number 2 from equation number 1. Sign will be changed. So A and A are going to be cancelled. I have got minus 2D is equal to 1 by 9 minus 1 by 7. So the LCM will be 63. 63 divided by 9, that is 7. 7 into 1 is 7. Minus 63 divided by 7, that is 9. 9 into 1 is 9. So I have got minus 2 upon 63. Here minus 2 and minus 2 are going to be cancelled. So D is equal to 1 upon 63. Let us put this value of D in equation number 1 to come to know the value of A. So children, I have substituted the value of D in equation number 1. From there I have got A plus 2 upon 21 is equal to 1 upon 9. Let us take it on right hand side. It would become A is equal to 1 upon 9 minus 2 upon 21. LCM will be 63. So 63 divided by 9, that is 7, minus 63 divided by 21, that is 3 into 2, 6. So 1 upon 63 is the value of A as well. As I have to calculate 63rd term, so that can be written as A plus 62D. Correct? So that is 1 upon 63 plus 62 into 1 upon 63. Got it? So A63 is equal to 1 upon 63 plus 62 upon 63. Let us take LCM. So after taking LCM, children, I have got 1 plus 62, that is 63 upon 63. Both are going to be cancelled. So the answer will be 1. Understood, children? I hope after watching this solution video of revision assignment of chapter number 5, arithmetic progression, your doubts may have been resolved. Got it, children? So that's it for the day. Thank you and have a nice day.